Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we are going to do a more DIY at home kind of mixed media background. Um, Again, a lot of you are new to mixed media, art journaling, and all that, and you don't have a lot of money to spend, and you need basic supplies, so you can just dip your toe in it and have fun. So this is something. A lot of you are afraid to, of the white page and your art journal and, like that kind of thing. So I thought this would be really fun and cheap and fun like me to do, and it would be fun to do with the kids too. Summer's coming, and I wish I had smaller kids again, and I wish I had neighborhood kids because I would love to do arts and crafts with them. However, I'm just going to do them with myself. Sometimes by yourself can be fun too. Okay, Cal. Anyway, here we go. This is just a piece of mixed media paper, watercolor paper, whatever you have, and I'm going to work in here where you can see. And now I'm going to show you just something, just a few little things. Now, this is just a white crayon. This is a white glitter crayon, but you can get crayons from the dollar store. So, or maybe you have millions laying around here that every time you go out and they're on sale, you buy them because you think you're going to sit in color because you're having a bad day, and then they just sit here and they go bad. And hey, enough about my life. Okay, so here's a crayon. And now, basic. Let's do basic, what I want to show you basically, and then we'll do, this. So I'm going to take my white crayon, and let's pretend like this is our art journal page, and you're just going to go in with your white crayon and just push hard and doodle. And I'm not doodling anything cute, or I'm not worrying about it right now. I'm just drawing a couple things to show you. Now this glitter one, you can see the glitter in it, and it kind of is, it kind of crumbles a little bit, and that's only because of the texture. If you're using a regular white crayon, you should be fine. No, no crumbling. But okay, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of doing this. And you want to sometimes make them even thicker, right? Your lines. Maybe color in your heart. Doodle, or just do marks, different marks to do a background, right? Like here's like a triangle. Look how fun. We'll just do a triangle inside of a triangle. All right, you get my drift. Now, I'm also going to use a regular orange crayon. Now, this is going to be a color orange. So, you want to watch, you kind of want to put like green, something that will complement the orange, or red or yellow, whatever you want. But let's just do this. I'm going to color a thick line, and then we're going to see what this does. Okay, so these are just Crayola crayons. No big deal. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Crayola marker. They're markers. They are preferred by teachers. And then you're going to take a, whether you have a artist's palette, or this is my nonstick mat. You can use wax paper, the wax paper on the other side, tin foil. It doesn't matter. And look, we're just going to scribbles, right? No thought, no nothing. Here we go, here we go, here we go, yo. Okay. Then we're going to take a paintbrush, and I have it in water, and I don't want it to be sopping wet, so I'm just going to touch it on a paper towel or whatever you're using. I couldn't get the word paper towel out of my mouth. And you see how it makes it even wetter? And if you want it a little bit wetter, you can spray it with a water bottle, whatever you want. So I'm just both sides of my paintbrush, and you can use a bigger paintbrush. This is just for here. And I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to go back in. Now, you might want to take a little water bottle and spray your paper for a minute, just to help transfer some of it, you know what I mean, to make it flow a little better. See that? Look at that. Now, let's go over our orange. I'm going to a little bit more water, and use whatever color you want. But look at this. No, wait. Remember, that's the orange. Now, let me just pull some more of this up, and I'm just going to, you can go back and forth making, and this is just your marker. Okay, so let me just wipe this for a second. Not that it matters. Now, you don't have to use purple. You use whatever color your little heart desires. And look. Look what we got going on there. Okay, now I'm going to go and, you want to let that dry a little bit. But I'm just going in and taking some of the water beads off. But you can wait till it all dries. It isn't going to dry. And look, we're getting a background for an ATC card. Think about this. You want to be in an ATC swap. you're kind of like, oh no, I'm nervous, I don't know what to do, start like this. Start with anything. Write tons of words. Love, believe, breathe, touch me. You know what I'm saying? All right. Depending on the kind of swamp that you're in. But look how fun. And you have this, you know, what word do I want to say? I just lost all my, I got all like in a dirty mind mode. And then I'm like, that's where my mind went. Anyway, you understand what I'm saying. Very, very cool. Use any color that you want. I recommend a white crayon, but if you don't, I mean, look, you can still use, you know, it shows up so nice and it's watercolor. So imagine using your watercolor markers in this kind of way. And you can do, I'll show you one last thing. Oh, God, a little stuffy today. It was like 50 yesterday. It's going to be like 80 today, and my head's banging. All right, so I have a stencil. I'm going to lay my stencil down. I have my white crayon. No, again, use what you have. Look, okay, so I have a stencil, and I want to do something a little different. I want to layer. I want to play. It could be any stencil that you have. And I'm not going for perfection, although this is a distressed stencil, so obviously it's not going to matter. But listen, you want to do, you know, I don't know, whatever kind of other stencil that you have, by all means. We're just coloring here. We're just doing those and doing those. All right, you get the drift, right? Do you get my drift? Do you catch my drift? Hey, I'm Fonzie. Don't ask. Okay, so you get what I'm saying. So let's take this off. Now, I'm going to get some of those crumbs off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two things. I'm going to use my watercolor. Now, you can use the Crayola watercolor paints. Unfortunately, mine are upstairs, and so I can't use them right here. But you definitely can. But what I'm going to use, just to show you half of this, and then we'll do another marker just so you can see the deliciousness, is this is just a Travel Winsor & Newton. It's one of my first ever paint things. So I'm just wetting this with some water and a dirty brush, obviously. Wetting it with some water. And then I'm going to go in and take watercolor. So let's do, I don't know, what's this color down here? You can see I'm a messy painter. It's because I use mixed media. All right, so I'm going to do half of this. Look. Look at this. And of course, you can go deeper in the color. But you see what I'm saying? Look. Magical, magical. It's so magical. It's so magical. Oh, I could sit here for hours and show you guys so many cheap things to do. Let's do gray. Why not? Why leave gray out of the fray? God, you're so funny, Kelly. Gray, Crayola, Kids Maca. Here we go. Here we go, yeah. Here we go, yeah. What's okay. All right. Too old, Kel. All right. So I have that there. Gonna take my brush. Gonna tap it for a minute. Gonna tap that. I'm going in on both sides. I'm gonna take it for a ride. That mixed a little bit with the purple. I don't care. Look at this. Look at this. All right. Can you see what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Is your mind going a million miles a minute? So you don't have stencils? Sit and play. You got some stencils? Play around like this. You could do stencil on top of stencil on top of stencil. It doesn't hurt. Now, last thing I'm going to show you, and this is with acrylic paints, and look, I know, you're tired of my voice. You're tired of my delicious singing. You're getting jealous. Why weren't you on the Billboard Awards last night, Cal? Well, Madonna was singing for Prince. They didn't ask me. I can't help it. Let's go over here. Now, I'm just going to do this, because I'm not going to... I don't want to, you know, make you any more jealous of me as my scribbles are. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look. See? Fun. Gonna have fun. All right. Now, let's take, I don't know. Let's do a yellow. I'm going to put a little yellow right there. Not a lot. You'll want a little. And then I'm going to take my wet brush, but I'm not going to dab it off right now, right? I'm just going to give it a tap, and I'm going to make this watery. Now, you don't have to make this watery. You can make it as opaque as you want. I like movement, so there you go on that. Okay. And then I'm going to add more water, because that's what's going to resist is more of the water. See down here? See how up here it wasn't watery enough, but I added the water, and look at that genius, right? So you just add a little bit more water if all you have is acrylic paint. And then I'm going to take my towel and just put that up. But you can see it resisted here, up here, not as much. But is that upsetting? No. You can see, I'm going to show you everything up close. But you see how on the bottom it resisted? It's resisting up here a little bit. And if I spray some water, because remember, there's no mistakes. There's just playing around. I don't know what the heck I'm having with blue everywhere. It must be that kind of day. Looky drippage, one of my favorite things. All right, but anyway. See how it's separating a little bit now? You're getting that there. Look at how it runs into the blue and the pink, that yellow. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Anyway, here is the stencil with the crayons and the stencil and all the wax, and there's up there. Now, you don't have Crayola crayons, you don't have Rose Art crayons, you don't have dollar store crayons, you don't have a white crayon, and you have a candle sitting around. Use the edge of the candle and get the wax marking. It's just as delicious. So now you can see this. My light is really busting my balls today. You see how it's like separating now? It's taken a minute. It's not as quick as that, but it's taken a little minute. And these are different ways for you to play with cheap art supplies and get great looks. Like I said, look how cool that would look as a ATC background and then to build upon it, right? And you can see like inside here, they're bubbles. And if you go in with your dry paper towel or whatever you use and you dab it, especially when it's dry, I'm going to dab it and it's going to lift some of that watercolor up, but I'm just showing you. And, you know, those really come out. You can trace those now. You can do whatever. It's just as delicious. I'm just having too much fun, okay? All right, so if you guys play around and do anything exciting, or you do anything exciting with crayons as well, let me know down below. Please share me everywhere like I'm your loose friend. I love you guys. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And I hope that this helps you guys out just starting out, because this is a lot of fun, very cheap, and it's fun for you to do with the kids in the summer. Like I said, you can do mystery. I used to do with the kids, take the white crayon and write secret messages, and they can write them for their friends and all that. And then you can give the kids watercolor paint that you get from the dollar store, or you can even make it yourself. And then they can sit and play and add color. Do you know what I mean? I mean, like my mind goes a million miles a minute. So much fun. As always, any questions, just ask me. Leave them down below. Email me. All my information is down below. Come find me on Facebook, Instagram. I love Instagram. Pinterest. I love Pinterest. Google. Not YouTube, because we're all here. I think I better go. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. It has been my pleasure to do videos for you today because I just love you guys. Goodbye.